Like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Amusement parks are supposed to be fun and entertaining. That's the whole point of it. Imagine getting them shut. Then they become creepy as hell. From eerie broken rides to creepy leftovers of statues, here are the scariest abandoned amusement parks you would never want to visit. PRIPYAT-UKRAINE, Antwerp, Belgium. Which was one of the most ambitious projects of theme parks, and now is the creepiest of all. Well, the primary aim of Daddy Park was to provide unforgettable fun and amusement to families at affordable prices. One young boy had a horrifying experience in that park, and no matter how much he tried to forget it, it was just too painful to do so. He lost one of his arms while riding on the Nautic jet ride. A fierce backlash from civil society and parents followed the accident, with a lot of complaints about other safety concerns that forced the park to close down in 2002. Now, other than ruined equipment, rotting rides, and a chilling atmosphere, nothing remains of the park. Now, there are plans to revive this park, but do you guys think that any renovations or restoration can eradicate the horrible memories of a nasty accident? Six Flags, New Orleans. You guys might have heard about it. It was a world-renowned amusement park which was forced to close after Hurricane Katrina hit it in 2005. Two main rides of this park were the main attractions of Six Flags, the Mega Zeph roller coaster and the SpongeBob SquarePants ride. Tourists from around the world used to flock to these two rides, but unfortunately, the hurricane damaged and flooded the entire property, and the theme park was submerged in up to 7 feet of water for a month. The whole repairs of the park were beyond the capacity of the owner, so the park was eventually abandoned. But what if the park is closed? People have found other ways of finding thrill through it. Yes, by sneaking into the park for a scary adventure. Gulliver's Kingdom Amusement Park, Mount Fuji, Japan. Next on the list, we have a very unique theme park that was famous for featuring a 147-foot-long statue of Lemuel Gulliver. The statue belongs to a bold adventurer and main character of a novel who visits a multitude of strange lands, which now lay stranded on the ground. The project was very ambitious, of course, but was shut down just in 2001, just 4 years after its opening due to poor ticket sales. The reason for the poor ticket sales, however, is very spine-chilling. The park is situated near the Aokigahara Forest of Japan, infamous as the Suicide Forest of Japan. It was completely demolished in 2007, but the grounds still feature odd structures that give trespassers the feeling that they're not alone in the park. Atlantis Marine Park, Perth, Australia. This extremely cool and entertaining marine park was very ambitious and opened in 1981 and attracted tourists from around the world to this small town. The main attractions of the park were water-based that included live dolphin shows, pedal boat rides, slides, and clown shows. The park has its own fan base, but unfortunately for those fans, the stock market crashed in 1987, and the ensuing financial difficulties forced the park to shut down its activities after 9 years of its opening. Atlantis Park in its heyday used to host thousands of families, but it just lays abandoned in the small town of Two Rocks, where it is home for vandals, plant life, and smashed sculptures, giving it the air of scare no one can handle. Pripyat Amusement Park, Pripyat, Ukraine. The owners invested millions of dollars, and it indeed was a very ambitious project and was about to open on the 1st of May, 1986. But all the plans of the grand opening were canceled when the Chernobyl disaster occurred a few kilometers away on April 26th, and the park was forced to close even before the grand opening. The park had a 26-meter-high Ferris wheel, bumper carts, swing boats, and much more. But now, the park exists today as a dark symbol of the nuclear disaster. If any of you thrill seekers are thinking of sneaking into the ghost park, just to inform you, the radioactive particles are still active and persistent around the area. I suggest you not go there. Content yourself with the video. Miracle Strip Amusement Park, Panama City Beach, Florida. Miracle Strip Amusement Park, Panama City Beach, Florida, was closed in 2004 after 41 years of being in operation. However, a new amusement park with the same name was constructed, and in March 2009, the rides were relocated from their original location to Pier Park. The original and now defunct Miracle Strip Amusement Park operated from 1963 to 2004 in Panama City Beach, Florida. The park's main attraction was the Starliner roller coaster, which is now decommissioned. The park exudes such eerie and spooky vibes that visiting it at night is a thrilling adventure, and faint hearts would never find the courage to take a look at this park. Chippewa Lake Amusement Park, Ohio-Medina County. It served people for more than 100 years, and therefore, its closure and abandonment is heartbreaking for me. It was opened in 1878, and generations of people have visited this park in Ohio, and it used to welcome them with open arms and a number of rides, including roller coasters, flying cafes, carousels, and Ferris wheels. Poor management and a lack of attention raised many problems for the smooth functioning of the park. The park eventually had to halt its operations in 1978 after 100 years of its opening. Now, the park is like any other abandoned property, spooky, eerie, and sinister, with overgrown shrubs feeding on decaying wood and scrap metal. Would you like to visit it now? Williams Grove Amusement Park, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. The park was closed down after remaining functional for more than 150 years from 1850 to 2005. It was established as a picnic ground, then was converted into a proper amusement park with rides in the 1920s. The park can brag about both its long history and its scariness. Most of its structures have vanished since its closure, and most rides are now gone, with only traces of them remaining, making the park look creepy as hell. So much so that the owners once reopened it for one night on Halloween Eve in 2016. And I am sure people must have had a frightening Halloween there. BOBLO Island Amusement Park, Amherstburg, Ontario. The island is located in the Detroit River on the Canadian side of the border and is part of Amherstburg, Ontario. And just a glance at the ruins of this park can send chills down your spine. No messing around. The park in consideration was famous for its two streamers, each of which could hold approximately 2,500 passengers. Apart from that, the signature attractions included the Nightmare, Falling Star, Wild Mouse, Sky Streak, and Screamer rides, as well as a Ferris wheel, a zoo, and a carousel. Change is inevitable. The before and after photos of the BOBLO Island Amusement Park are the biggest evidence of that. In the past, it was very normal to hear the shrieks of people enjoying thrilling park rides, but now, only the wind whispers as it brushes past tattered metal rides in the park and creates a spooky environment. The park first opened its doors in 1898 and closed before celebrating its Platinum Jubilee in 1993. The reason was like any other park in the list: poor management, rising maintenance cost, and decreased visitor attendance due to the increased competition in the region. Survival of the fittest. SPREEPARK, Berlin, Germany. This abandoned theme park was first opened in 1969 and prospered after the reunification of Germany, but increasing debts on the park management forced the park to shut down in 2002. SPREEPARK was the only permanent theme park in East Germany and was also popular by the name of Culture Park. At its peak time, this 29.5 hectare park used to welcome some 1.7 million tourists per year, but now it's nothing but a spooky place full of dead clowns with blank stares and old rides that are rotting silently. The visuals of this abandoned park are so eerie and scary that it may send shivers down the spine of any trespasser that crosses this property, especially at night. Some teenagers often bet on visiting this haunted park, and all they get is an uncontrollable beating heart and an adrenaline rush after they manage to sneak past the fence and the guard dogs. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Which of these abandoned amusement parks do you find the most daring and creepy to visit? Do tell us in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of our upcoming videos.